my name is Laura Sanchez, and today we are going to be making Oreo cheesecake. For the crust, you're going to need about 1 pound, 2 ounces of Oreo cookies, and that usually is about 3 packs. It's supposed to be processed in a food processor. However, if you do not have a food processor, you can use a Ziploc bag and a rolling pin. I'm gonna show you how I did it before I had a food processor. I'm just gonna put about 5 cookies in here. I mean about 4 cookies. And you're just gonna use your rolling pin and you're just literally just gonna crush them. And you can do that with the whole roll of cookies at a time, and then eventually you'll have all 3 packs of cookies rolled out, crushed. Okay, so that's 4 cookies done without a food processor. You're just gonna take a bowl and a scraper or a spatula, and this is the tricky part when you don't have a food processor. Even when you do have a food processor, you still have to use this. So because I have a food processor, I'm gonna do the rest in the food processor so it takes much less time. Okay, so I have put 3 packs of Oreos in my food processor. And right now I'm just checking to make sure there's not large pieces of cookie like that. If there are, that means I still have to process a little bit further. Okay, it looks good to me. So now, of course, I'm just gonna put these Oreos with the other Oreos that I already crushed. I used more cookies than I was supposed to. Now I need to put a half a stick of butter melted with these crushed Oreos. So I'm gonna go ahead and put half a stick in the microwave. I'm putting half a stick of butter in the microwave for 30 seconds. That should melt it completely so I can mix it with these crushed Oreos. Depending on the microwave, you might have to put it back in the microwave. I have a new microwave, which 30 seconds did not work, so I put it back in for 15 more seconds. Hopefully now it'll be completely melted. And that did the trick. I'm just gonna mix all this butter. It was supposed to be 30 cookies total to make the crust. I put in a total of 39 because each pack actually has 13 cookies, not 10 like I thought. So I'm going to just add a little bit more melted butter into this mixture, and it'll just make our crust a little thicker. So I'm going to just put in 1 extra tablespoon of butter. That should do the trick. And here's our tablespoon of melted butter. We're just adding since we have extra cookies for our crust. It's probably better that way. Okay, so now we're going to take our mixture and we're going to put it in a 9 by 13 pan. We're going to take a spoon and just smush it down as much as you can, as even as you can for the crust. Usually I get tired of using a spoon and just decide to use my fingers to smush the rest down. I feel like it just goes easier that way. It does not have to be perfect, it just has to be as level as you can make it. You can pretty much just tell when you're done. So we are going to set this aside because for now we do not need it. The first thing that you will need for the filling is cream cheese. You're going to need 4 8-ounce packages or 32 ounces. This is a 48-ounce block. I'm just going to take about 4 sections because that's equal to, oh my gosh, what's the math? 4 times 8 is 32. Wow, let me go back to 3rd grade. So I'm going to take 4 of these sections and I have to actually put it in the microwave to make it soft. So I'm probably going to do it for about 3 minutes. Let's see what that does, and then we'll go from there. See if it needs to be a little more soft or if it's good enough. Stop. I'm going to cut the big block into a few pieces because I feel like it actually gets softer better when it's all separated. Okay, so I have my softened cream cheese, and I need to now get my electric mixer ready because I'm going to use my electric mixer and I'm going to put sugar and pure vanilla extract with this and mix it together. So you need 1 cup of sugar. So I've put 1 cup of sugar in a dry measuring cup, and now I'm just going to take my butter knife and level it off so it is just 1 cup of sugar. No more, no less. And I'm going to put that with my cream cheese mixture. And now I have my pure vanilla extract, and I'm going to put 1 teaspoon with this mixture. So I'm going to use my mixer on medium speed until the cream cheese and the other ingredients are well blended. I know I hold my mixer weird. Whatever, it works for me. Now we need to put 4 eggs into this mixture, and we're gonna do 1 at a time. After we put 1 egg, we're going to mix it, and then we're gonna do the next until they're all in there. I always use a separate teacup before I put the egg into the bowl, just because of eggshells. I don't wanna get any eggshells in my baking, in my bowl. I don't wanna get any eggshells. And we're going to mix after each egg is put in. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of sour cream. And I want to make sure I get a full cup. I don't want to have an overflowing amount, and I don't want to have less. I want to have just about 1 cup full. And now we're gonna mix this all together. Now what's missing is chopped up Oreos. So you can put however many chopped up Oreos you want. I'm gonna start with probably 1 package, and then I'm gonna mix it up and see how it looks, and I usually try to sprinkle some on top as well. Whatever you want. If you don't want a lot of Oreos, just put 5 cookies and, you know, cut them in little pieces and put them inside the batter. It's up to you. So I'm going to pour most of these cookies into the batter. I'm probably just gonna leave a few pieces so I can sprinkle them on top and see how that goes. Looks good enough to me. So I'm going to place this batter into the crust that we already prepared at the beginning. And I'm just using a scraper to get the rest of the batter out of the bowl. If you don't have one, you'll want to get one because it cleans out the bowl pretty well. When you just use a spoon, there's a lot of batter that you're going to miss. And now we're going to add the rest of the cookies that we did not put in the batter. And I'm literally just gonna pretty much sprinkle them on top. I'll probably cut up a few more cookies so it has more on top though. There's never too many Oreos, in my opinion. Obviously, I added extra in the crust. I will remind you that I'm not a perfectionist, hence the name of my channel, Flavor Over Flair. So I don't really care how they look, they just gonna go on top. If you're a perfectionist, you can place them in little, you know, spots, however you want it. But okay, it looks beautiful to me. Before you start, typically you should preheat your oven to 325. We're gonna put this in the oven at 325 degrees for 45 minutes. After this is in the oven for 45 minutes approximately, there should be a little bit of cracks. That is pretty much an indicator that it's probably good to go, but you could stick a knife in there and see if it comes out clean. And that should be an indicator that your cheesecake has been baked enough. After it comes out of the oven, you're gonna let it cool for a good 45 minutes or so. And after you let it cool, then you're going to put it in the refrigerator. It should stay in the refrigerator for at least 3 hours, but you could of course let it stay overnight before you enjoy. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Happy baking!